Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. Okay, I started the video. I swear to God it was recording. I got 11 cards on the table. I look up and it's not recording. And I realize I have too many freaking videos saved on my thing. So I don't know if it just, I don't even know. Maybe I hit record and it recorded for like a few seconds and then it stopped. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I had to go through and erase all these videos and then erase them from the deleted folder because there were so many in there. And I literally feel like I just did this last week. I must not have. I must be like losing my mind. We're using the Spill Tea deck. I already pulled 11 cards. So here we go. What the hell? We got Protect Your Heart, Double Standards, Shocking Discovery. This is shocking. This is going to be shocking. The reason why I know this is because one of the cards fell out after the fact and totally knocked it across the table. Facade of concern. It's like being blown out of the ballpark. You're the ball. Jealousy issues. Adventure awaits. Protective shell. Mind games. Safe space. Look at this card. I literally was talking about this card. How I love this card. Buy this deck just for this card. Look at this card. Two-faced. I love this card. And bottom of the deck, love triangle. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So here's the deal. You have had this epiphany about someone that they're this person has double standards. There's someone that pretends to care. They don't care. This is someone that has issues with jealousy, like if they're your friend, they don't want you having other friends. If they're your lover, they don't want you having friends. They don't want you hanging out with your family. This is somebody that plays mind games, narcissism, right? What's good for the goose is not for the gander, like bullshit like that. Like listen to what I say, not as like listen as listen, what is it? Listen to what I say, not what I do, or follow what I say, not what I do, right? This person is two-faced. Like tells you one thing, portrays another. I don't necessarily get like you're in a love triangle with this manipulative person, but this person consistently puts themselves in situations where they're not committed to any one person. So this would be like someone that like they don't get into relationships. They just like sleep around or oh yeah, let's date and then they go on to the next yeah, let's date. Like they're dating 20 people. Like if they say, "Hey, let's date," and the two of you date, and then the next day they start dating somebody else, and the next day they start dating somebody else, and you end up finding out about it, it puts you in a precarious position, right? You're like, "Well, this is BS. Why would I date somebody that's dating like 20 other people?" That's not healthy in any form. Mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, that's not healthy. It's a no-no. But this person puts themselves in that position. Like they don't care. And they don't care if you feel bad about it, right? Like if you were to find out and you were to feel bad about it, they wouldn't care. This is someone that's going to hold you to a standard, and yet they can't hold that standard. If they want you to be faithful and support them, they can't be faithful to you. They can't support you. This would be like somebody saying, oh, what are you going to do for me for my birthday? You're going to buy me a gift? You're going to take me to dinner? And you take them out to dinner and you buy them a gift and you spend like $1,000 on them. And then when your birthday rolls around, oh, I don't do that. I don't have money. Oh, I forgot, right? Like bullshit like that. Total bullshit. The whole argument of I can sleep with other people, but you can't. You need to be devoted to me. That's how I know you really care. You need to be devoted to me, but I'm going to go fuck Betty and Richard and Tanya down the street. And you're not allowed to say no. Right? It's a double standard. Like the whole double standard between men and women, right? It's been out there for ages. Like men are supposedly born to hoe around, right? Like they're supposed to be with hundreds and thousands of women in their lifetime. But if a woman does that, she's a slut, right? Women aren't allowed to say, "Oh, I don't want a man hoe. I don't want no man that's been in the streets." Women aren't allowed to say that. You're supposed to take that man in the streets. You're supposed to love him. You're supposed to care for him. You're supposed to give to him. But if a woman asks that of a man, he'd be like, "Oh, hell no. You're nasty." Right? Right? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. We know I'm not wrong. We know. The whole argument of, and I'm just going to go a little further here, the whole argument of, men and women get divorced, they go through their first divorce. And women usually will invest in themselves. Typically. Not always, but typically. They'll realize, like, oh, I'm just going to invest in myself, work on myself, be by myself, right? And that's not to say that they don't go out and have sex and things like, or date and things like that. But most of their time they spend on themselves. And that's good. That's growth, That's abundance. You're working to build yourself, right? Men will go through a divorce and they'll have a girlfriend before, or a boyfriend before the papers are even signed, right? And then they're just jumping around. And then when they decide they want to get married the second time, they believe they deserve a virgin. What? Make it make sense. I deserve a virgin? No kids? Yeah, okay. I want a virgin too. Give me a virgin male or female. Where are those again? Where are those again? Don't even get me started on that because I can go even further into the schoolyard, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to stop there. Double standards. And I really do think that this was shocking for somebody to find out that this person was behaving like this, to realize that that was this person's, like that's what was hidden beneath this person's mask, right? And whoever this is, or if this is you, like, you're protecting yourself, you're staying in your safe space. Again, you might be staying to yourself, working on yourself, finding adventure within and without, right? You can go hang out with friends, family. You don't need a man or a woman at your side. The protective shell card, it says someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. That's not even what I'm getting. With protective shell, like I'm just seeing someone realize, like, I'm going to set boundaries and I'm going to stick to them. Period. Okay. I'm hearing it. So I'm hearing an argument in my head, and it's me and someone else. But it's this person. Like this person, it's not that they're arguing with themselves. It's so like if you faced off with this person and told them, "Hey, there's something, like, and not to be mean, but like there's something wrong with you. You hold people to a double standard. You're two-faced. You don't care about anybody else but yourself, and you have jealousy issues." This person would start arguing with you. Sure as I just I just heard sure as Shinola, which was an old phrase. Um, they would surely believe that you are wrong or that this person is wrong. That no, that's not who they are. This person would be so defensive and so angry about it. Like, even that would just be a confirmation for someone that this person is, I just heard too far gone. Like, to me, that's someone that could possibly have some type of mental illness, some narcissism, like too much narcissism, right? I just posted something today to the page, to the post page, about how narcissism is technically like a scale, like a running scale. Like, everybody has narcissism in them. And I've said this before. And I've been saying a lot lately. If you watch my readings, if you follow me, I've been talking a lot about accountability. And all of us humans having the capacity for narcissism, we all do. Absolutely, we all do. And if you can literally say that about yourself, if you can acknowledge that, that's one step away from narcissism. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a true narcissist wouldn't even acknowledge, will absolutely not take any accountability. That's a narcissist. And even if a narcissist were, because there's been cases where narcissists go into therapy and they learn, right, about narcissism and themselves and how it works for them and against them. And people have said in the past that it just enables a narcissist to be even more narcissistic. Because a lot of people believe that narcissists can't be helped, if that makes sense. That the farther deep you go, like the deeper and deeper you go into it, like the rabbit hole, right? You're not going to be able to pull yourself out. And that's why I say, like, a true narcissist, like, they don't know what accountability is. They don't adhere to that. They don't That's not for them. No. Like, I'm not a narcissist. What do I need to be accountable for? Come on. Come on. We all have it in us. All of us. And I talk to you guys about this. This is my current example. I use it. I use it all the time. I was talking about it last night with my girlfriends at dinner. The friend at work that I got into it with in November, and I was really, really in her face and angry and upset. And I told her off, and I used the F word, right? And I told her we're not friends. And the way I behaved was not at all in my true person, like, it's not my true personality. And at first I had told myself, like, oh, you're just showing her who she is. And yes, that could be the case. Like I was just showing her who she was, right? Like I was just projecting her back onto her so she could see who she is, right? And but she does act like that. She maybe not as loud and boisterous as I was towards her that day, but she does act like that. The thing is, it doesn't matter. I don't act like that. And I regret acting like that towards her. I don't regret telling her I didn't want to be friends. I don't regret that. But I regret the way I behaved. And I take accountability for the fact that I should not have done that. Now, 2 days ago, I got into it with a guy at work who I think has issues. I think first of all, I think he wants like a girlfriend or a wife or something. I think he thinks he's entitled to it. And I think he pretty much hits on every woman he sees, me included. I just looked at him as like a work colleague, a work friend, you know. I think I told you guys like he tried to invite himself over for Memorial Day dinner, and I told him you're not invited, but he just kind of like laughed it off and smiled in my face like he didn't understand. And then when I wasn't saying anything after half an hour, he made up some story about having to go to his mom's because he realized like I did not invite him over. Like he finally heard me in my silence. Well, on Thursday, I got into it with him because he was treating me. He's just not right. There's something wrong with him. Like he doesn't like being questioned about anything. He thinks he's entitled. He thinks he's entitled to people's respect, and he thinks people should like him, and he thinks he's very much in his ego. And I told him on Thursday, I said, you're not going to treat me like that. I'm not going to put up with it. That's why I walked away from the lunch table. And I said, we don't need to be friends. We just don't. And I got up and I walked away. And I said it as nicely as I possibly could, putting it out there like we're no longer friends. But I didn't behave how I behaved towards the other woman in November. Like, because that situation, I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have behaved like that. And I feel like that about me. Whether or not she feels like that or not, I feel like that about me. So when I had it out with this guy on Thursday, I behaved in a more calm, concise manner. And I walked away from it feeling a hell of a lot better than I did with her in November. That's accountability. That's learning. That's growth. That's one step away from narcissism. One more step away from narcissism. Narcissists would not be able to recognize that. Like at all. Seriously. Narcissists would do whatever the hell they want, make excuses for it, and expect you to just go along with it. And if you didn't go along with it, you'd be out of their life. That's narcissism. Okay, didn't I get that in like another rating? Like last week or something? Because I'm seeing like a tree farm. And I know I said something about that like last week or the week before. Like somebody likes trees or something. I'm seeing like a tree farm. Like where you see the little trees with the little spindle things that like you put around the base of the tree so that it grows and it doesn't tip. But I'm seeing like hundreds. Like somebody likes trees or somebody has a tree farm or somebody lives near a tree farm. I don't know. I don't know. We have one, like technically like 2 towns over, I think. And I think whoever you are, like however you were involved with this person, whether they really were your lover, whether they were your friend, whether they're a family member to you, because it really doesn't matter. Because this could just mean like they're just involved with too many people, if that makes sense. Like somebody that just gives away their energy for free too. Um, like you realized you're a warrior. You realized and I think you realize pretty fast that this shit isn't for you. Whoever this person is, they're not for you. The other thing is too is whoever this person is with the shocking discovery card, I think this person is going to start to wake up. The more and more people that leave them behind, the more and more people that walk away from them as like a friend, a lover, a family member, like it's going to be shocking to them when they realize like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Because again, whoever this person is, very much in their ego. Never mind the narcissism, very much in their ego. And they're going to be like, wait a minute, like, why does everybody keep leaving? Well, it, it's one thing for you to walk away from people that aren't good for you. It's another thing to realize that people are walking away from you, right? Because what are you doing? Like, what energy are you putting off that they're leaving in droves? I'm going to leave it there. I hope the message resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you all have a great day and or evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.